What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you that were hanging out waiting on the stream to start. For those of you catching the replay, though, make sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. So when we have to do these live chats, you can take part right along with us. So the plan was to not stream today, but we've got really crappy weather, and it just kind of shook out this way. We've got, a couple things that we needed to get done earlier. I've still got quite a bit of content to do. I've done 2 recorded videos and a shorts video already today. I still have to do tomorrow's video, as well as that gigantic Mancera video for Friday. So it's actually quite the busy day. When I say day off, it means I'm just not streaming. I do content every day for years upon years in. But I had a little bit of a window. Nasty weather outside cut short our out and about portion of our day of things we needed to do. So figured let's chop it up for a little while. What the hell? Why not? Then sin of the day. That shorts video I was talking about. LeBeau Paradise Garden. I wanted to revisit it. It's good stuff. It's really good stuff. Green, coconut heavy, nice earthy ginger tone. A little spiced. Still tropical, but very green. Beautiful for springtime. And I also have what's going to be tomorrow's sin of the day on my hand. One of the 2 recorded videos today, Invictus Parfum. Shout outs to the guy that said, because I didn't go, oh my God, this is amazing, that I must not really like it. So kick rocks, dick. Because I'm sitting there trying to dive through the scent to pick the differences between, the different variations of Invictus that I smell in it, because I wasn't like, oh my God, and eyes rolling and shit. He was like, oh, you don't really, it's a fragrance, if it's that good, should drop your jaw to the floor. Whatever. Invictus Parfum, I think, and this is a bold statement, it might be the best version of Invictus. It might be. Now, it's not super loud. I got to say, it got pretty close to the skin pretty quickly. It could be some nose fatigue, though, because I do have Paradise Garden pretty hefty around the neck, as well as I keep going back and sniffing Invictus Parfum. It's not a skin scent yet. It's not like going this close. It was pretty strong still, but it's not like as loud and potent as like an Invictus Legend, an Invictus Platinum, the original Invictus. Those are definitely a bit stronger in the opening, but this is also wearing like a Parfum should, a little bit closer, a little bit thicker CI. So I'm digging this one. I'm definitely wearing it again tomorrow. I just have 1 spray on today, but I'm doing full wearing tomorrow. I quite like it. I'm super happy about it. I would highly encourage you guys, whenever it hits Macy's and stuff like that, to go try it. It might be there already. I don't know. I bought it from Raban's website, but I like it. It's pretty good. So I see we got a few people jumping in. If you don't mind, hit thumbs up on your way in. This was short notice. I set it up like 30 minutes ago. I don't anticipate a real big crowd. There's no like hook 'em and reel 'em in kind of tagline. It's literally rainy day. Let's live chat is the title. So I anticipate a much more intimate crowd. I don't think there'll be a whole lot of us chatting here today. So we should be able to stay pretty current with the chat for the most part. And speaking of, let me go ahead and get into the chat so we don't get so far behind. Yeah, it sucks. Sunny day in Toronto. I'm jealous. Salvatore Ferragamo, Womo signature. Good stuff. That was my comments. Joel, good to see you, sir. Lemon Line. You want to say it or you want me to say it? I guess I'll say it. I did see your post on Instagram. Good to see you, sir. Aqua de Joe EDP. Every version's good. I still have not gotten a shipping indication or of any kind from Joma Shop yet on Profondo Parfum that I bought last week. Still hasn't shipped. And it said 5 to 7 days. And now when you go to their site, and look, I looked last night. I bought, for those of you that were curious, they have Issey Miyake Solar Lavender. They have it in stock. That's why I was there last night. I bought it. And I looked at Profondo Parfum and it said ships 1 to 3 days. Bullshit, you lying assholes. Because I bought that like 6 days ago. I bought it on the 2nd, I think 8 days ago. I bought it on the 2nd. It's the 10th and it still hasn't shipped. So liar, pants on fire. Eventually the shit will get here, I guess. I don't know. Dan, not the man. Good to see you. Enjoying some good weather. Noted. Sin of the day is sweat. Angel, good to see you. And Fresno, about to get ugly soon. That's why I'm trying to get it done. There you go. Glad to be able to watch the whole stream The second day. Blue Talisman, rubbing it in. I've heard it's amazing. My decant got put in the mail today. Talked to the Nigerian giant yesterday. He was texting me. And that got put in the mail today, is what I was told. So I'll be checking that one out soon. I'll probably take the decant Randy gave me of Perseus, and when the decant for Blue Talisman comes in, we'll probably put those two with something else and do a live stream and talk about them together. Shinoto Dark by Abaton. Very metallic, smoky green citrus. That sounds good. Really opens up in the heat. Kalen, good to see you, sir. Pacific Chill, just got it. So good. I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, there's no real day off for me, Jay. It would have just been no streaming. I actually have quite a bit of content to do today. Because days like this, I maximize doing more content because there's no lifting. Wednesday and Sunday are my 2 days I don't lift. I just do cardio in the morning. So I got to shave tonight. Look how freaking scruffy I am. It's a lot of shaving because it's not just the neck up. So I shave a lot. So it takes a long time. So I don't shave but every few days or so. And so I get scruffy. I get scruffy on the neck up. Kicks Griffey, what's it? Hey everybody. Scent of the day, Mercedes-Benz. I'm assuming man blue. Kind of like Sauvage. Smells good. Kicks Griffey approved. FWO Wolfpack for life. Good to see you, sir. Aventus Cologne. Hell yeah. Burlington 1819 on my hand. I'm not one for layering, but individually, those are amazing. You smell great. Cooking my weekly meal of Sloppy Joes. No, it ain't great, but my dad made them for me as a kid once a week, and now he's gone, so I continue to make them anyhow. Some things are just tradition. Good for you, Jay. Seriously, good for you, man. Grease Charnel X straight. That's phenomenal. I need to get a bottle. It's windy as shit today. That's what really made the day start off crappy. Now it's storming. Maybe too early to talk about them because it's in the day 10 minutes time, but 3 fragrances I'm interested in lately: Milano Fragrance Basilica, L'Artisan Parfumer Timbuktu. I've heard good things about that. And Ajmal Amber. I'm not even trying to pronounce the P word, but I'll take your word for it. Scent of the day, Ralph's Club EDP. Can't go wrong there. Jims, what's going on, my man? How are you? Easy breezy, Blue de Chanel EDP. You can't go wrong there. That works literally for everything. Great choice. Went with Sex Panther by Odeon today. Well, it does work 60% of the time, every time, right? Good to see you, sir. Svengali, always a pleasure. Dominique, good to see you. Gian, good to see you, sir. We're in Trillium for push day. Hell yeah. I hope you have a great workout. That's a great gym fragrance choice, too. In all seriousness, went with Masa today. Love it so much. Have a good day. Hell yeah. Great choice. Great choice. One of Kajal's best, most versatile fragrances for sure. Lacoste Blanc. All the versions are really good. Versace Eros Flame, in my opinion, the best of the Eros line. Of why EDP and EDP Intense, which one's more versatile? I think the EDP Intense, though inappropriately named, because I don't think it's more intense than the EDP. I think the EDP can be cloyingly sweet and high heat, so it offers being less versatile to me, whereas you get more of a woody aromatic profile out of the Intense. I think the Intense is probably the best all-around fragrance in that line, which I didn't feel at first. It took time. It had to grow on me to where now if I'm recommending one to just wear as a signature scent, it's the EDP Intense. Another one wearing Aventus Cologne. Great choice, Cody. Tonka Cola. Whew. Slayer, you are slaying everybody around you with that great fragrance. Hell yeah. Wearing Imagination. What's going on, Terrence? Florist Elite. Is the performance good on what? On what? I'm not sure exactly which fragrance are you asking, if you don't mind elaborating. Going really well. I don't want to spend too much time on it. We spent a lot of yesterday's stream talking about fitness and how things have been. It's going really well. Up for shave, Dave. If you want to check out today's video on my other channel, TLTG Vlogs, I did a little quick update, chest and arms, blog, a little bit of posing and stuff like that from 52 days out, which I'm 51 days out right now, if you want to check that out. Because, again, I don't want to do that to everybody 2 days in a row, because we did talk about it a lot yesterday. Nerd says, you, sir, smell like one of the best citrus fragrances of all time in Eau Givray. Hell yeah. Getting even more and more weirdos lately. I guess it's part of being a YouTuber. You can't please everyone. I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm just one that vocalizes some of the stupid shit I read and get. Everybody else is, oh, ignore it. I actually read my comments. I'm not saying not everybody does. Most people don't talk about their comments. I actually read my comments. And I police my shit because it's my shit. But it's all part of it. Comments about tobacco fragrances for my wedding. Yeah, that was yesterday. Been less specific and thinking any good niche for fall. That's a lot of things. A lot of great fragrances for fall. I actually have videos dedicated to that, sir. Niche fragrances for fall. One that comes to mind right away is going to be tobaccos specifically, and it's going to be stuff like Royal Bourbon, like I mentioned yesterday, Plume. Pretty much the same ones I recommended to you for the wedding are the same ones I would want to wear in that situation. Argos Triumph of Bacchus, Plume Impression, Royal Tobacco, both Zahara, well, mainly Zaharoff Signature Tobacco, more so than Leather Tobacco. Fragrances like that. Naxos from Xerjoff's a great option right here as well. Midnight Whisper, never tried that one. Gentle Fluidity Silver, you, sir, have excellent taste. I don't know, you had a big smile on your face when you smelled it. I've seen enough of your videos. Oh, so we're talking Invictus Parfum. That's where I'm at in the conversation. Well, that's the thing. Well, here's another thing, too. It's different when I have you guys right here in front of me, where we're actively having a conversation. Like, it's one thing when I'm talking to the camera and it's for people to watch later versus instant feedback from you guys. You know what I mean? I'm naturally going to be a little bit more animated here in the live stream because there's a back and forth I'm able to have. But I very much love Invictus Parfum. Like I said, I'm not ready to put it on the throne over Invictus Aqua 2018, my favorite. But it's, man, if there was ever one that could knock it off the perch, it's this one, because I get Invictus Aqua in it. I get regular Invictus in it. I get Legend in it. I even get a little bit of Platinum because of the green element. I get that in it. Like I said in the video, it's kind of like a highlight reel for the line is what the Parfum is. You get a little bit of all of them, except for the Victory. I don't get the Victory and Victory Elixir. I don't get the Victory fragrances in it. Maybe somebody else will. I don't really get that. But the other ones, I kind of get a tie-in of all of them. All the ones that smell the most like the original's DNA, I kind of get a little bit of each. How are you? He's in the algorithm. Well, not on individual fragrance videos because none of them are doing shit. The Bloom video is doing terrible. Yesterday's 2 videos are doing terrible. The authenticity video, as well as what other one did I do? Like all these individual videos, the City Rhythm Barcelona. These individual ones, especially when it comes to niche and indie, they do terrible for views. Oh man, just like I was telling you guys yesterday, like the Zahara Bloom video ain't doing shit. It's only got a few hundred views. But I know what that's about. It's because it's a white floral. Not everybody, not all guys are into the floral fragrances, especially a white floral dominant fragrance like that. And only 5% of my audience is female. So I get it. You know what I mean? And I'm well stated how it's not going to be for everybody. You know, it might be a little too much for some. It might be a little too feminine for a lot of guys. So I get it. It's definitely a sample first kind of fragrance. I didn't anticipate it to be like thousands of views today, but you know, let me get 1,500 today. That'd be great. I would call that put that in the win category if it could get 1,500 by the time I go to bed. Because it's definitely not going to do something like a list topic or a clone video or something would do. Vibrato, man, great choice. What a great fragrance. They do. Versace hasn't put anything out in a while. I agree. Oh, I know what you meant when it had a Y. You didn't have to retype it, man. I knew what you meant. It has been pretty good so far. I can't complain. Going to clean the kitchen and listen. Well, T-Paul, I'm glad you're here, sir. That's one of the best releases of the year to me. The Sear Toxic L'Intense. If you like mint, that makes it a must-try. Versace Fatan. Lance, good to see you, sir. Wearing Hawass. At some point, yes, the PR company for the brand, we talked about this yesterday. The PR company for the brand reached out and offered it up. I filled out the form. This was like a week and a half ago. I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen any tracking. So before I go and buy it, I want to wait and see if it shows up in the mail because I don't want to end up with 2 bottles. I don't need 2 bottles. So we'll see. But I'm going to get it at some point, no matter what. I knew you would say that. I knew it. I knew it because it's hype. It's supposedly super versatile and a lot of people like it. Of course you think it's overrated. I knew it. I've been waiting to hear from you about that fragrance because it gets talked about so much. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that aren't familiar with Divine, this is my resident niche snob that I love so much, because if you want somebody to be overly critical about niche, that Patriots logo right there will be overly critical about niche. And that's what I love about him. We need people that are overly critical because I like everything. I get that shit all the time. I find the good in most. Most fragrances smell good to me for the most part. Where Divine don't fucking play. Even if it does smell really good, he'll tell you it's not good enough. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. That Patriots logo right there. So glad you're here. I knew it. I knew it. I can't wait to try it though. And look, I'm going to love it. I know that's going to happen. I'll be shocked if I don't. Based on what I know of it, I have a feeling I'm going to love it, but I knew it. I knew you were going to say something like that. Good to see you, my man. Exactly. It's been a little while since he's been here. I drop by occasionally still. There we go. It's good to see you. I'm glad you opened with that. That was the perfect way to make your presence known so I could fuck with you a little bit because I just knew it. I just knew you felt that way. Ooh, that's a good one. What do you think about that one, Divine? Garbage? Because Montebaco and Densovo, I quite like. Joel just bought it. Joel just bought it like yesterday or something like that. Tried Dua's version of candies called #candy and loved it. I don't recall ever trying actual candies, let alone Dua's version. I know people have a nostalgic tie to it. I don't recall ever trying it in the past myself. So on me, about 6 hours-ish, 5-6 hours. Nothing crazy. Nothing weak, though. But yeah, I mean, nose fatigue, you'll deal with that with fragrance like that. I do anyways. I get you a Joe in the shop. Never had problems. But on February 26th, I ordered Alhambra's Glacier Bold. Good fragrance. My bottle is like literally on the shelf right behind me. And it hasn't even shipped. Wow. Damn, that's over a month. Damn, I'm sorry to hear that. See, he just ordered it. Beach Life, good to see you. It was going to be, the weather shifted on us because all the spring breakers are gone. We were going to go this afternoon. It's just not shaking up. It was like 50-50 if we were going to have bad weather or not. And then when we started our day, it was super windy already. It was like, oh, this ain't going to work. Sure enough, a little bit after lunch, it started getting darker, a little misty. Now it's straight up raining with crazy wind. Last few sprays out of Gentleman Cologne. It's all gone. Discontinued gem. That is a gem. No. There's no discount codes. Nope. For Maison Daba, no, they don't have any discount codes, unfortunately. Good to see you, Clinton. Cheers for Blue Noir Parfum. Beautiful designer powdery fragrance. Boston Elixir and Infrared EDP. They are kind of similar. They are. Infrared EDP is the less sweet of the two, and it's smoky, honestly, and it's hard to say because I think they're both absolutely phenomenal. I honestly think they're both the best in their own lines. But there is some pretty strong similarity in the openings to one another. But if I had to pick one, it would be Infrared EDP, personally. I think it's the better of the two. It's less sweet, more leather, more smokiness to it. It's more resinous fragrance. Though Boston Elixir is phenomenal. But yeah, they are pretty redundant to one another. There's differences, but there's similarities too, clear similarities. Head out on the Harley day. That's what I'm talking about. Scent of the day, Margiela's Under the Lemon Tree. Hell yeah. Eddie, good to see you, my man. Let them know. Let them know. What's good? What's up, you good smelling bastards? Making sense, Irish countryside. Good to see you, Keith. Michael Garza is wearing Jubilation 25. That is what's on the menu. Zoologist Tiger for Eddie. Kara, good to see you. Absolutely. So Kara won the most recent dossier giveaway. I'm going to get that out to you as soon as I can. Hopefully within the next few days, I'll make my way. I typically go to the post office on Wednesdays because that seems to be the sweet spot. It's usually the day we went today. Had some packages to pick up for my wife. Got this out of my P.O. box. Shout outs to Hoffman Virtual Photography for insisting on this coming my way. So we're going to be doing a few live streams with that. That's a massive discovery set from Italie d'Orange. It's like 20 20 fragrances. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a discovery set. Shit. But point being, I probably won't be back around there till Wednesday, but I will get that out to you, I promise. So congratulations. I typically go on Wednesdays because I usually don't stream on Wednesdays. This is kind of an anomaly for the most part. And B, that's when the line's not as bad because the post office here is ridiculous. Like you'll be in line for an hour easily every time, except Wednesdays. Wednesdays, 10, 15 minutes. Not bad. Religiously, it's not bad. So I kind of specifically go on Wednesdays. Kitchi K, good to see you. In love with Jaguar Classic Motion. Let's see. Best greetings from Hungary. Good to see you. Well, all the way from Hungary. Welcome. Happy to have you. Oko. Okay, man. Okay. Is that okay, man? Okay. Interesting with the candy cane. All right. So I don't do the flat bar. So I couldn't tell you. The last time I partially tore my rotator cuff was on 345 pounds on the flat bench about 3 years ago. So I haven't. It's twice I've partially torn it. I'm waiting on the damn thing to finally rip completely off the bone. That's why I have such severe right shoulder problems. Partially torn the rotator cuff twice. Just a little bit. It was just painful shit. Luckily, I had a spot both times. Thank God. Because you want to talk about immediately lose the weight. But couldn't tell you because I just won't do it. I've hurt myself twice to where once those elbows venture a little bit wide, boy, that pressure goes on the shoulder and just fucks up the rotator cuff. So couldn't tell you. The only thing missing from that was bro. Because normally when I get asked that, how much can you bench press, bro? That happened at Chipotle last week when I was standing in line. I got asked that by some little young fella. How much you bench press, bro? Ocean Noir, great fragrance. Raining in Tennessee today. I feel your pain. Needed to pick me up. Needed to pick me up. So wearing Signature Citrine today. Had to have a bad attitude wearing that. Hard to have a bad attitude wearing that. Yeah, it's very vibrant, lively citrus fragrance, that's for sure. All right, Cedrat Boisé was able to try Invictus Parfum store. Smelled good, but what blew me away was new Prada Ocean Le Parfum. I haven't tried that one yet. I definitely want to. If I had free money, would definitely buy. Rocking Diptyque Benjoin Boheme EDP today. Per your suggestion, it's lovely. You confusing me with someone else? Thank you, R. I've only smelled Diptyque fragrances in one live stream with Unaverage Joe, and I don't recall that being one of them. If it was, I apologize, but because I don't remember it, if that was the case. But that's the only time I've done some sniffing on Diptyque fragrances, and that one doesn't ring a bell at all. Because the only one I ever really recommend when people ask me about Diptyque was my favorite from that stream, which was Eau de Menthe. So thinking you might have me confused with somebody, or it was just not memorable enough that I don't remember it. One of the two. Office for Men, power. Yeah, for sure. Shout outs to Jeremy. Huh? Just got in. Naxos is truly amazing. Top tier stuff. Boudicca? No, nothing. I've never even tried anything from them. It's too expensive. It's just too expensive for me to even be interested. I don't care how good they are. They're just too expensive. Yasmina. Speaking of jasmine fragrances, jasmine saffron leather. That's a beautiful fragrance. Excellent choice. State of Mind. Starting to sell on fragrance, but I did see they stocked one. I forgot on the new arrivals page. I forgot which one. One I haven't looked into. I don't recall looking into. Yeah, only one. Well, look at one of my favorite newest car salesmen. What's going on, Matt? Ladies and gentlemen, Georgia Gent is now set. If you're in whatever area in Georgia, I forgot that Matt's in, and you're looking for a ride, Matt's got you covered. Same with Dave Cowley. Wherever the fuck Dave Cowley is living, if you need a car, go see Dave Cowley. Same thing. I hope you're doing well, Matt. Making Sense version. May have to go with the real deal. Thanks. I know you lost weight when your hat fits loose, and I see the gap. Yeah, 7 1/8 are like that now. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. Yep, that's exactly right. You nailed it. So my comment on your video, Ross, keep rolling. We here because we love your content. Insight, keep going. Real, recognize real. Appreciate you, my man. Orange Blossom cat. Yes, Orange Blossom is indeed a white floral note. It comes across a few different ways. Sometimes it's a little on the kind of, and this is going to sound weird, but it like the more synthetic smelling ones, a little scratchy and orangey. Like I think of fragrances like Nico's Sculpture, where the Orange Blossom is in that one specifically. But typically it'll have this kind of fleshy flower petal kind of smell to it, is what I relate most Orange Blossom notes to. Like I also think to fragrances like, now this is a higher quality oil, Orange Blossom oil would be Kajal Om, the original. That also has orange with it, so it kind of intensifies that orange smell, but it's very flowery at the same time. But you have oud and tonka bean that kind of balance it out. But yeah, it's definitely a white floral note. Yeah, anything that smells like Fierce, because that's what Percival smells like. Abercrombie Fitch Fierce. Like Mont Blanc Legend, for example. Let's see. Perfudictos, what's going on, man? How many times is IG going to take your page away, man? I noticed you got another one. What's that, like your 6th one? And they keep taking your shit. It's kind of weird. They're just like after you. They just took the Quality Fragrances page a couple days ago, too. Just posting scent of the day pictures. It's weird. So I hope you're well, my man. I hope they leave your Instagram alone. Jeez. Oh, definitely Eros Flame. You might not have been here. We talked about at the very beginning, somebody was wearing Eros Flame. And I said, in my opinion, the best of the Eros flankers. Divine is spot on. So True Dat doesn't like, thinks Blue Talisman's overhyped as well. Now, look, if it's a very versatile fragrance, it was underhyped until Ocho hyped it. Yeah, it's all Chad Ochocinco. It's all Chad Johnson's fault for the hype on that one. But Jason Bircher has kind of really sold me on that one. And now the Nigerian Giant Omas has been selling me on that one as well. I can't wait to smell it. Now, is it going to feel like it's worth over $300 to me? I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited about it, though. I just want to give Divine a hard time. He's absolutely, it probably is overhyped because it's getting like serious, crazy hype. It got celebrity hype. You know, Nightcap, that's the most popular nighttime YouTube live stream, you know, evening live stream. So, of course, it got all kinds of hype. So, when you put it to the level of hype that's got, yeah, overhyped. Fragrance community hype is not the same as real actual celebrity hype, you know, because none of us are celebrities, no matter how, the few that want to think they are. None of us are celebrities that make content in the fragrance space. Ocho's on a different level from us. So that's real hype. So you guys saying that it's overhyped, I can probably 100% agree with that. Because, yeah, that's on a different level of anything a content creator can create or a group of content creators. That's a different level of hype. And we can achieve that. Hell yeah. Chrome Pure, solid fragrance for sure. Smell to me Atlas. So my favorite is 19 Degree, the newest one. Kind of like their Aventus, leathery, fruity, dark and tart. This black raspberry note. It's very good. Very good. Very leathery. And very fresh water heavy too. It's got this fresh water accord. Got Imagination, ATH Notorious, Raja's Oceania, all blind buys. Thanks to Jason Bircher. Jason knows his shit. I trust his word. That is for sure. Good to see you, Roy. Creed Aventus Cologne. Was going to wear Wulong Cha X, but the long vid has made me unable to wear it. Couldn't breathe while wearing it. Understandable. I mean, either way, you smell good. I mean, I haven't smelled Wulong Cha, but like we were discussing yesterday, floral Wulong Cha basically, but Aventus Cologne, I mean, you can't go wrong there. My apologies. I wish they would notify everyone. That would be great. Platinum Eagle East, timeless. Based on Divine's taste in perfume, I wonder what critical thoughts he's thinking about the Patriots right now. Yeah, there you go. I can't say nothing. The Saints ain't anything special. Got the new Scandal Absolute. Not impressed. Nuttier version of the Le Parfum. And see, I heard a lot of people saying, well, I heard Randy say the Absolute is the best of the bunch to him. So I don't know. Because the first two versions of Scandal didn't move me to want a bottle. I had a decan of the original Antelope Parfum. I was like, yeah, they're good, but I don't have to have them. How hyped are we talking? Are obviously worth. Yeah, I was just giving you a hard time because the hype Blue Talisman's got, like I said a moment ago, it's different tier. That's real hype. Of course it's overhyped. No fragrance deserves that kind of hype. I have not. Tell Robert Kraft, get the 76ers GM from when they ran their process. We're years from competing again. We're not too far away from what you're talking about either. We're not competing. We're not competitive enough anyway. We've got to ride out Carr's contract to get rid of him and Dennis Allen and hopefully finally get rid of Mickey Loomis. Currently in the midst of an impromptu severe thunderstorm, as am I. We're in Hawass ice. You smell good. Good afternoon to you as well, Flow Man. I don't have any from that line. I actually can't weigh in, my man. Hopefully somebody in the chat can. Monarch's Red Tobacco Vanilla. That's a good twist for $15. What's going on, my man? Legend Spirit from Mont Blanc. Just got asked for my opinions on toilet paper brands when I checked in. That's random. That's very random. Let's see. Bonsoir. How are you? Good to see you. Any recommendations for the warmer weather? So I don't have a ton of Aaron Terrence Hughes experience, but I know a bunch of people in the chat do, and they'll definitely be able to weigh in for you, my man. Exclusion video. It is blind bug. Oh, you mean Excursion? Yeah, I got that lined up to wear this weekend because Bad Boy Cobalt got pushed a little bit because Bloom came in, and then I was already planning on wearing Paradise Garden, and then now Invictus Parfum came in. I'm like, holy shit, I need to wear that. So they got pushed a little bit. They're still going to get wore this week, but their priority got moved, basically, is what it came down to. Aqua Oud. Got a compliment from the cashier at Chipotle. Shout outs to Chipotle. And the cashier over there giving you a compliment. I'm just grateful to be a winner of a free fragrance. Take your time, Ross. I really do appreciate it, though. It's pretty awesome and cool you do that for your subscribers. Well, it's a share the wealth thing. Look, I have so much stuff. A lot of this stuff's just going to sit there and collect dust. I'd rather pass it along to you guys. That's why I always do the giveaways every month. It's like they send me this stuff. I'm not going to wear it most of the time. I'm going to critique it. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to move on. It's the God's honest truth. So it's like I'd rather pass it along to you guys. Here, winner's choice. What do you want? You know? And if it's something I already have, I'll give the winner both. I'll say winner's choice, but I'll give you both. If I already have the other one you don't pick, I don't need 2 bottles of it. So I'm like, in this situation, it was a little different. But honestly, you're such an avid supporter. You're always here in the chat. So I'm going to send you both from that video. So I'm going to hook you up. I'll send you both. You'll get that 100 ml, their BR540 twist, and I'll send you the other one too. They're stacked together. So I'll hook you up. You'll have a real good package coming your way. JT, what's going on, big dog? Wearing Sublime. Great fragrance. Just got it last weekend. Wow. It's amazing, and I'm glad I have it in my collection. Like Dedrick called it, I can't get away from it. It's such a good description. It's like a rose-dominant Hawaiian punch. It really does smell like that. Oh, so that's a double type. So I know you heard a minute ago. It's good. Kind of reminds me of Leighton, which will likely wait for a discount. Chris with $5 super chat. You ever looked into BPC 157? It's a peptide treatment that's known to heal near full muscle ligament tears. Stay strong, brother. Sin of the day, baby cat. You smell great. I have heard of BPC 157. I tried Samoralin for 2 months and it didn't really do much of nothing. GH peptides, it didn't really do much of shit. So that was kind of a waste of money is how I looked at that. I mean, I'm sure it did something, but it wasn't like super noticeable effects. So I gave peptides a run one time with Samoralin. So I'm good. I'll pass. I've heard good things about it. Is that the one they call the Wolverine one or whatever? You're talking about how it heals and stuff. That's the one they call the Wolverine peptide. I think that's got the nickname. But I appreciate the super chat and you're smelling great. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Oh Intense. Love to overspray that one. Amazing scent. It is an amazing scent. That stuff's strong on me, though. All time, it's Invictus Aqua 2018 / Signature Rosé. Signature Rosé is up there, too. As of late, I'm trying to think, because I've only gotten a few from random people lately. Nothing's coming to mind as of late. This has been a little bit. It's been probably 2 weeks or so since somebody gave me a compliment that wasn't my wife. Because it's not like it's something that happens every day with every fragrance, you know. Got a bottle of Eau de Myth, and it absolutely rules. That's what I'm saying. That was the one that stood out to me. I tried 6 or 7 in that live stream that On Average Joe had sent me. Shout out to my guy Joe Anthony, and that was my favorite. I like mint fragrances. What can I say? How much you bench? Did you bench more than that last time? You versus you. There you go. It's good, but so everybody seems to agree that Blue Talisman's overhyped. Pacific Rock Moss, good to see you. How about Rouge? One that I have that I gravitate towards. I like to wear in the evenings, actually. Where did I slide it over? It's right here. I wore it the evening. I wore Orem a couple of days ago. This is Aqua Allegoria Orange Solea. Beautiful. It's blood orange, but it doesn't have a lot of the zest and spice of blood orange. It smells like there's like a neroli white floral tone to it, even though that's not listed. This is actually a very fresh, very, very fresh orange dominant fragrance. It smells of quality. I'm sure it's a lot of synthetics here, but at least they used quality synthetics. This is good stuff, and it's not crazy expensive. God, it's floating in the air. It's so good. This is so good. This is one, it immediately came to mind. I would highly suggest giving this one a shot. Orange Soleil and Aqua Allegoria line. This is good stuff. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Inspired by Montal. No cars here. Just an ass grab. What's going on, Cliffy? How are you, my man? Terrence, good to see you, sir. Wearing Ganymede. Eric, good to see you. Ken, what's going on? Fougères Marine. It's a stunner for sure. Indeed. My buddy wears an 8+. Oh, wow. So he's got a giant head. For where to get hats. You're a hat guy. For that size, I couldn't tell you because I wear 7 and 1/8. Like right now, I need to wear a 7 because I've lost so much weight. This is a 7 and 1/8, so I got space right now. I wouldn't know. For the bigger heads, I couldn't tell you where to hook him up, man. Never tried it. Never tried it, my man. Wish everyone a good day. Also, Cidrapoise is your scent choice. Excellent choice. Dakota, good to see you. Mumbo Legend Red EDP. I haven't sprayed it since I got it. I sprayed it for the first impression, and I haven't sprayed it since. I need to. I'm always getting so much shit when it comes to fragrances. Hugo Boss Le Parfum. Which one? Hugo Boss is a brand. Le Parfum would be a flanker or concentration. Which fragrance line? Because I don't know which one you're asking about. A couple days ago, and it said there's iris in it. So I'm assuming you're talking about Boss the Scent Le Parfum. And yes, there is iris in it. It's got that sweet Maninka fruit smell. I haven't smelled the Le Parfum specifically, but I have the Parfum edition, the black bottle that came out previously. So I don't have the Le Parfum, but from my understanding, it's pretty much the same thing. But it's literally smelled. The one I have smells literally like the original, plus iris at the top that fades after a little bit of leather. A little bit, not completely though, because while Le Parfum's it's brighter because of the aldehydes. You got a lot more citrus going on. It's a spicier fragrance. Fresh spicy, but still spicier. There's a lot of ginger. Slightly redundant, but not completely redundant. Codename Mags, good to see you, sir. All right, seen your video early in the new Invictus release. Sounds like my type of ballpark. Can't wait to get my nose on it. Versace Pour Homme for this warmer day. Cheers to you. I have Invictus Parfum right here on the rose tattoo. Shout out to On Average Joe. Back when I bought it last year, it was on his recommendation. He had already gone 1 for 3 through the bottle. A third through the bottle. Blue Talisman, salute to Joe. Try being a Cowboys fan. No, thank you. I'll pass on that. You enjoy that, sir. We had some real gems in it. Can't wait to put them on skin. Manny, good to see you, sir. Polo D Blue Parfum, great choice. Atralia Amazonas. Atralia Amazonas Sierra. Is that how you say that? Inspired by gentle fluidity. Getting mad hype on TikTok. Shout outs to the mad hype on TikTok. Now, is it getting mad hype on TikTok because there's a TikTok shop link in every single one of those videos? Is that why? Because they can make a commission? Is that why it's getting mad hype? That's probably the case. So TikTok shop, something else, huh? Like Hawass Ice is like $90. Because that's the only TikTok video I have with a TikTok shop link. I got Hawass versus Hawass Ice. It was a shorts video from YouTube that I put on there. And I said, what the hell? Throw the links out there. And then they changed it to $90 for Hawass Ice. And I got people constantly, it's not worth $90. I keep having to tell them, shop elsewhere. TikTok shop's not the only place you can get fragrances. Where, bro? Have you never used Google before, my man? Fragrance discounters, and there's a ton of them. And I'm not saying all of them are going to have Hawass Ice, but Fragrance Buy, Fragrance X, Fragrance Net, or a fragrance, just Kingdom Fragrance. I don't know if Steve's got it or not, but just the list goes on and on. There's so many places. Perfume Online, there's so many places to look. Perfume Empire, Forever Luxe. There's so many fragrance discounters these days. The Perfume Box. The Fragrance Spot. Like it was like I didn't want to just sit there and make this use all the characters because you can only use so many characters in a comment, but it's like that's the main thing I get. So it's like it's to the point to where I don't even bother and just it's too expensive. Everybody's like, where, bro? Shop for me. Man, just use Google. Every time somebody wants me to shop for them, it's like, how do y'all think I find this stuff? I use search bars for different things. Just go use the search bar somewhere, man. It's not hard. I've been wanting to try that one. I've heard good things over the years. That's pretty hard to find these days, though. That's been discontinued for a while. ATH Legend, Supernova, Blue Fever, Slut Elixir, Hard Candy Elixir, Guapo, all good for warm weather. There's somebody with a lot of Aaron Terrence Hughes experience. Yeah, it's kind of like all of them combined. It's almost like I called it in the video earlier, kind of a highlights reel fragrance of the line. Because you get a little bit of all of them. Mainly the original, Aqua, and Legend is the ones I smell most in the fragrance. I would suggest trying it first, though. Don't just... I blind bought it because I love the line, and I'm also going to review it anyway. So I was giddy to get it. I don't recommend everybody blind buy it unless you just love Invictus and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to need that. That's who I would say, yeah, go for it. I would wait till it's in the department stores and go smell it for yourself. Been looking at Profondo, but I have Profumo. They don't smell that much alike. Profondo is very, very blue marine aquatic. Profumo is very smoky aquatic. Bit different. You get a little bit of patchouli and stuff. So they have the same core DNA, but very different twists on it. There's some redundancy because they are in the same fragrance line, share the same core fragrance profile, but they have their differences. That's for sure. Cannabis forward fine fragrance. Kix Griffey, Ross, please dig in that decant stash. I'm hoping you can give me your opinion on Electimus. Not yet, sir. Not yet, sir. We haven't done one of those decants. I got to stay true to the formats. Next time we do a decant stream, that's still in the box. I'm not adding to the box. We're going to pick from those because we picked 5 out last time. We got to pick out another 5 out of the 10 that remain. So we will see, sir. Please be patient. Please be patient. There's one fragrance I'm curious if you own. The original Nautical Voyage with metal cap. I do not. I do not. I have mine is the whole thing's plastic and it doesn't separate at the middle like the metal cap. I know which one you're talking about. I've never had it though. Q just blessed. What's going on, my man? His Highness 6 Afnan Blue. Just ordered Prada Ocean Le Parfum. Hell yeah. I hope you enjoy it. I'm hearing Leighton. I'm hearing smells kind of like Leighton. Today was the second time I've heard that. It was Hurricane Teabag, I think, mentioned it a little while ago. Discovery set gets here. Of course, Kara. Of course. Like I said, you're an avid supporter of the channel. You're always here in the live chats. You always show up in the videos. What the hell? Why not hook you up with a little extra on your giveaway win? You know? I'm glad to hear you doing well. How's the wife? That's the more important question. How's the wife been feeling? Lounging around. Speaking of nautical voyage, there you go. Alhambra Immortal. No apologies necessary. Do what you got to do. Work's more important than joining this live stream. That's for sure. Alexandria's Pacific Coast. I believe that's their twist on Pacific Chill, right? Good to see you, my man. Talk soon. Take care. Be safe. Be well, Clifton. Thanks for coming and hang with us for a little bit. We're at 45 minutes. We'll hang out a little while longer. Never tried that one. Top 3 for a rainy day. Well, clearly LeBeau Paradise Garden is one of them. The earthy green tone to it, I guess. Not dirty earthy, but a little bit of an earthy ginger green kind of feel to it. It kind of works. Bulgari Man Rain Essence. It's right in the name, and it totally works. Last time I was wearing something because it was raining, it was that. And then, believe it or not, something like Burberry Touch has always struck me as a good rainy day fragrance. Though some may not agree. It kind of comes across that way to me. Yep, there's just one of them. I saw it on the list yesterday. Thinking of why Eau Fraiche for the summer. What's your opinion on it? So it's kind of a warm lemon because of the ginger lemon combo. It's kind of the least like the DNA. It still smells like why, but not as much as the others do. For some people, it's the best of the bunch. Even though I say it's a warm lemon because of the ginger, it's still a very fresh fragrance. Very good for the summer. It's the best looking bottle. That frosted white to light blue color. The best looking bottle of the bunch. It's good stuff. I'm not sure the currency, but I sure appreciate it. Cine de Sole d'Italie from Mancera. Great choice. Great fragrance. And I appreciate the super chat. I'm not familiar with what the currency is exactly, but even if it's a penny, I sure appreciate it. Thank you very much. My man, what's going on? Getting ready for work. Thinking to go with Kenneth Cole Unlimited today. But Thursday, tomorrow, yeah, buddy, for those of you that don't know, on Thursdays, he wears Spice Bomb Night Vision Eau de Toilette. My man. Giving Spice Bomb Night Vision EDT some love. Francesca Bianchi, is that how you say it? Etruscan Water. I've heard of the fragrance. I butchered the last name. Got my Raja Vetiver Parfum Cologne today. A blind buy at a good price. Good, but I can't seem to find a use for it. When do you wear citrusy vetiver? It screams daytime spring to me. Always has. Daytime spring. I don't think it's that great for the summer, personally. But daytime spring, early fall, when it's still pretty hot, that's the times of year that I think it's best for. Good to see you, sir. Bleu de Chanel EDP. Scent of the night, Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So just going a little bit warmer in the evenings. Excellent choices. Good to see you. Daz and Mika, good to see you. Eddie the Icon EDT. My nose doesn't smell anything. So Antonio Banderas. So AB. Gotcha. I haven't smelled the EDT. I have the Eau de Parfum. It smells closer to John Barbados and Nick Jonas Blue, which is, yeah, decent. So I'm sure that one does smell decent, like you're saying. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, my man. So when I go to Chipotle, I get brown rice, pinto beans, double chicken. I get 2 of the large little red cups, little side order cups. Get 2 of those with the fajita vegetables put in them because I come home and saute them because I don't like them crunchy. I like my vegetables soft. And then a half a scoop of the green chili salsa, the green or the medium, as they call it, the green chili salsa. And that's it. No cheese, no lettuce, no sour cream, no guac, no queso, no none of that. I don't get any of that. Pretty simple order. Brown rice, pinto, double chicken, fajita vegetables, half a scoop of green chili salsa. That's what I get every time. Creature habit. I could eat it every day. And for a long time I did. Right now I'm not allowed to have it. I got fussed. On Monday. Mildly fussed. I pay to get fussed, basically, to be held in check. Wearing old school Moschino Uomo. That's a 90s classic right there. And one of the original cheapy hype beasts in the online community here. Dilly, good to see you. Doing well. It's, looks like it's 9 o'clock at night outside because, thunderstorm going on. Boston Elixir is one of the best designers released this year, in my opinion. I got a video on it. Aura Fresh. Ooh, that's a good one. Basically EDP Versace Mano Fresh. I can't complain, Will. Good to see you, sir. Understood. It's a waste of time and money. There's so many better options, and you'll be sending your money to companies within U.S. and Canada, not Asia. Valid point. I have bought, the only thing I've ever bought on TikTok Shop was twice I bought a 12-pack case of Rise energy drinks. because they had such a good deal, and it was from the Rise TikTok shop, from their actual profile. But that's it. That's the only time I've ever bought anything from TikTok shop. There you go. Kalen's the ATH fragrance guy. What's a TikTok? A waste of time for you, probably. It's a social platform. Thank you, sir. That's TLTG approved. That comment right there. Regards from Turkey. How are you? Learned a lot from you, dude. Well, I am no teacher by any means, or educator. I'm just an enthusiast. I just love this stuff. But I'm glad my content provides some kind of value for you. And welcome to the stream. Sense of Wood decant box with 29 of their fragrances. Damn. I can't wait to see what's going to happen tonight with that. They're supposedly airing that backstage fight with Jack Perry and CM Punk. I'm so curious to see. I'm so curious to see that tonight. What a weird flex, right? They're looking for ratings. They'll get it with that. Michael Mack, how are you, sir? Paco Rabanne, Phantom. I need to go back to those. They're set to the side on the shelf right under the trophies right here. They're all those little robot bottles. They're set to the side. I think the Intense is the best one. Paradise Garden's good. That's definitely one of my favorite releases this year too. Heard that teenagers on YouTube are hyping Mancera on TikTok now, and I really hope it isn't true. I mean, Mancera's been getting hyped for years in the online community, though. That's not anything new. That's not anything new. But is it beast mode, bro? That's what they'll ask. That's like a lot of my comments on TikTok. Broccoli haircuts in the profile. In the profile picture, broccoli haircuts. I get called bro. That's where I really get bro to death, is on TikTok. Oh, man. Oh, it's hilarious. But I appreciate the engagement and the views and the conversation most of the time. I don't get too many shitheads on TikTok. It happens here and there. I had one the other day. And fuck them. Clearly from an echo chamber. But aside from that, most of the time I don't really deal with too much BS on TikTok. Most of the BS I get on here, oddly enough. It's mostly a younger crowd on TikTok that I find is engaging with the fragrance content. At least that's been my assessment. Where was I? He's talking to you, Q just blessed. Antonio. Thank you, sir. I'm working on it. I was actually holding a little bit of water yesterday. Like, I was leaner the day before. Like in that video, I was actually not as lean. So I was holding a little bit more water. Because it's a day-by-day thing with the water fluctuation and being able to visually see it. So my body fat percentage is continuing to drop so much. Like water retention stands out greatly now from day to day. But we're getting there little by little. I mean, you can see it in my face. I'm actually leaner today than I was yesterday. For the video that came out today, I'm leaner today. I mean, you literally, if you just look at my live stream yesterday and look at my face and then look at my face right now, you can see there's less water. I'm holding less water today. Love that Spice Bomb EDT also. I mean, that's a goated designer to me. That's one of the best ever. Tell him, Paul. Tell him, Paul. Don't cut him no slack. Basilico and Fellini Wilhelm. Noted. Good to see you. There you go. There's an answer for you about the Metal Cap Nautical Voyage. Wearing vintage green today. Great choice. So there's the euro. Thank you. Because that's where, when it comes to foreign currency, which for me in the U.S., anything not USD is foreign currency, I never know which symbol's what. So I always say whatever it is, thank you, regardless of what it is, because I'm not sure. But thank you for letting me know. I didn't know that was euro or pound or what. Some discounts I had saved up. Well, hell yeah. $80. That's a good price. Top three at the moment. That's tough. Oud Tobacco and Honey Oud are easily right there. And then probably Fougères Marine. So not as tough after all, huh? Because I kind of rattled them off quickly. Because the two that are always there is Oud Tobacco and Honey Oud. They're really, really good. And then Fougères Marine, it's basically niche Tommy by Tommy Hilfiger. Mostly. So that kind of captivates me and steals my heart right away. So it's hard to not put that one there. Because it's like a higher quality take on one of the, my childhood favorite fragrance. So thank you, man. Yeah, if you're looking at me from now, from 2 years ago, visually a bit of a difference, I'm sure. A lot of tattoos and a lot of weight difference. I put my earrings back in. Big difference from 2 years ago. Yeah, for sure. Cryptic figure, good to see you, sir. Yeah, $80. That's a great price. Let's see. Just saw Joel. Thanks for heads up. Okay. Pretty warm today, so I wore Artisan Pure. Can't go wrong there. Which record label had the best? Oh, Nate always comes with these hip hop questions. Rough Riders, Death Row. I mean, shit. It's between Death Row and Rough Riders for me. Bad Boy had, for a little while. But, man, how do you go against Death Row in the 90s? I mean, Rough Riders is close, though. Damn, that's tough because you got to look at all of DMX's library, just DMX alone. Just him alone makes it huge. I got to go with Death Row, though. Got to go with what's there. Death Row. I'll take Death Row's library from the 90s. Legend EDP. I like having fresh aquatics in this hot Florida weather. I have my Sony EDP. Chrome Extreme. Love them. Should I get Wave or Chrome EDP next? Probably Wave between those because Chrome EDP is not wildly different from Extreme. It's greener, but still has the same aquatic metallic DNA. So I would go with Wave because Wave kind of smells like a more budget-friendly Chanel Lorem Sport. I'd probably go with that. I'd probably go with Wave. Green Extravaganza. It's nice, pleasing coffee scent. Problem is it fades, being very soft scent on my skin really quickly. I've had a lot of opportunities to get it. Just passed on it. See you all soon. Time to put these old bones to sleep. TAC, thank you so much for coming and joining us, sir. It's always a pleasure when you stop through. Thank you. I hope you have a great evening. How are you? Noir Couture from Ahmed Al. So that's I don't know if that's one of the fragrances I have, but that's the brand that I'm doing the collaboration on for tomorrow's video with Fragrance Buy. They sent me a few of their fragrances, and they're like, hey, you want to check these out and do a video this month? Sure. Send them my way. I know dick about them. I know nothing about them. So it's as blind as it gets. I got 4 or 5. They're on my shelf over there. I need to grab them. I'm filming that video today. It comes out tomorrow. I've never looked into them. I've seen the brand name before. I've never looked into them. I've never seen a note breakdown. I've never heard anybody's comments on them. So it's as blind as it gets. That's going to be a fun video for me. I can't wait to do it, actually, because I love when it's as blind as possible. I love that. Trust me, Ross, nobody is talking about that fragrance yet. Get it and try to review it. Hidden gem for sure. It might be in that little selection they sent to me. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see if I remember the name. Noir Couture. I need to remember that. Ooh, probably. That's tough. But because of the airiness of it, I would say Soleil d'Italie or d'Italie, however you want to say it. Sicily's hard to beat, though. God, that's a tough one. That's a tough-ass question. But I'd have to go with Soleil d'Italie. By the slightest. By the slightest. Climatic, my guy. Good to see you. Welcome. Ratings for one show tonight. Just weird. Wish Tony Khan would just go away. I don't want AEW to go away, man. I like AEW. Ask my son, what the hell is dog water? We don't talk like that. Their lingo. Oh, God, their lingo. I tell my wife all the time, I feel like such an old man bitching about the way these idiots talk. And I don't mean your son. I'm not calling your son an idiot. I'm calling his generation that, though. And any young fellas watching, I'm sorry. It is what it is. But, oh, God, the for real and the bet on God, go off, King. Just, what? My God, the lingo. I get it. Every generation has their lingo, and we were just as stupid. I get it. But now, as the old man looking at the younger generation, it's like, my God, we were morons. If we sounded anything like them, we were idiots. Because that's how I view it. So if we were getting looked at the same way, I don't know. Smash that like button, people. Let them know. Water for me is witch sometimes. Prada Ocean Parfum sounds interesting. We'll also have that death face soon. It's coming. A few more weeks. In a few more weeks, this that you see going right here is going to be even worse. That's going to be even worse. Oh, yeah. You sucked in right there. I'm getting there. And my 9-year-old nephew says bro at the end of every sentence. What in God's name is happening? And so this is the funniest for me. When guys on the internet that I know are even older than me, like 42, talk about how something slaps and put FR or ONG in a comment and stuff. And I just laugh. And I'm like, you are my fucking age. That is not how we talk. What are you? Stop trying to sound like your nephew. That's all I can think. I was telling my wife about that the other day because I see comments like that. And I just giggle every time I see a middle-aged dude saying something slaps. Like, you not your teenage nephew. That's not our lingo. That's not what we said when we were their age. Stop trying to sound like your nephew. That's all I can think. My God. I hope y'all are having fun with this. This is all lighthearted shit talking. That's all it is. I don't care how anybody speaks. I'm just having a good laugh. I get made fun of and shit talked and all that stuff all the time. I'm just having some fun. Ooh, that's a good one. Kind of. So I mentioned Nico Sculpture earlier. That's kind of like a niche take on it. They're very similar. It's got this kind of powdery, woody, spicy smell. A little powdery, but a little creamy as well. Woody and spicy, beastly performer. Ridiculous performance. Easy on the sprays. Don't just because Michelle sprays that fragrance 20 times does not mean you should. Because Michelle has over the years has recommended that one heavily, and I get it. I don't blame her. It's a great fragrance, especially if you're going to dabble into Montal. It's one of the better ones to start with. It's not like a heavy oud or anything like that. It's really good, really, really good. I would highly advise checking it out. It's a beast, though. Just be mindful. It's a beast. Ooh, the Intense. Yeah, it is not better than the original. That is your opinion, sir, because my opinion is different. It loses something magical about it. Intense is a downgrade, in my opinion. Exactly. IMO. IMO is different. So I would like to suggest not blind buying upon mine or any other's recommendations and sampling first so you can avoid situations like this. Just because I felt it was better, clear. Obviously, here's a prime example. We're going to use you as an example right here now, sir. Clearly, just because I like it doesn't mean you're going to feel the same way. This gentleman, Stealthios Soundnautic, interesting name. I like it. I like it. It's creative. It's original. He feels the original's better. It has that something special, magic pungence at the top because that's the difference. That sweet pungence at the top. That's what's missing. You must love that part of it. And I get it. The original Red Tobacco is a masterpiece. But for me, the wearability of the Intense makes it superior to me. It's like the refined. Like it's not the Intense flanker. Like it's named. It's more of a privé. Is how I view it. It's a smoother, more refined fragrance. More about the woods and the animalics and the leather. It's not as sweet. It mutes the sweetness. And for you, that must be the magic. For me, it's the opposite. So please don't blind buy, 4-ounce niche bottles, on my opinion. Please sample them first if you're interested. Obviously, you're a big boy and do whatever the fuck you want, as I do. But I have to say, because I don't like when it runs into it. It's like, you said this, but I don't feel that way. And I know you're not like coming at me about it. I'm just saying, like, I feel bad. Because it's like, man, you went off of my feelings on it and you don't feel the same way when you get it. That sucks, is what it comes down to. I feel terrible for you. I do. I hope you still enjoy it some and you'll get some joy out of it. If not, I guess you got to try to flip it, sell it or trade it. But I love the Intense. It's top 3 Mancera for me. It's top 3 tobacco in my collection. The Intense. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Rough Riders for me. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to go away from the Rough Riders. Death Row. Yeah. You're in Compton, aren't you, Kix Griffey? I think you're in the Compton area, actually. So, yeah, you have to go with Death Row. You don't get a choice. Personally, I wouldn't want to wear that one every day. You got to really like that fragrance to want to wear it every day, especially in the heat. I think it would be a terrible choice in the heat. It's very sweet, very floral, very synthetic, and a crazy strong too. I don't think so personally. It's a great fragrance, but not a great everyday fragrance for men. Just to me. What's that stank? That's Perfume Parlor's version of pure malt, and oof, it's nice. Rainy day here too, so it's worked nicely. Cheers to you, sir. I'm gonna put that on video and then regret saying bruh later in life. Sentence I hear the most from my nephew is bro, that's cap, bro. I hear that one a lot too. I guess that means you're lying in their lingo. That's exactly what cap means. Stop the cap is where that started, I believe. It's cap is to replace lying. Another one that's funny that everybody uses, it's not just teenage lingo, is instead of saying the full word legitimately, I legit this, that, and the other. I legit fill in the blank. And instead of saying, I legitimately don't like this, nobody wants to say, like, the word legitimate and legitimately are dead. Society has killed that word. You can only use legit. That's what it's come down to. That's what I've noticed anyways. Yes. And that's what I'm saying. The locks is what makes the Rough Rider special just as much as DMX. That's why it was so hard. But it's like I think back to my childhood, and Death Row had the bigger impact on my musical life and upbringing. Good to see you, Kyler. Good to see you, sir. Hassan, good to see you. Jonathan, how was your workout? We're in the Real King, Aqua de Jo Eau de Toilette. How was your workout, my man? What was your training today? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bentley for Men, absolute. When 10 perfumes from their brand, and trust me, it won't disappoint you. Okay. I believe you. I believe you. I'm curious to check them out. To the point to where my rep with Fragrance Buy was like, you want to check these out? I'd like to send these your way. If you want to check them out? I was like, sure. Why the hell not? I'm not going to turn down a new experience. You know, there's people I work with on a monthly basis anyway. So it's like, yeah, sure. Send them my way. Let me check them out. Ooh, Santal Royal. Yes. Masterful fragrance. So good. Excellent choice. How are you, sir? Layering nitro, I'm assuming red, with Body Out Oud Sublime. That's interesting. They work very well together. Typically, I don't layer, but I had to try it out. I bet that does work well together, though. I'd be down for that. Honestly, I'd like to see them do an actual fresh fragrance. The freshest we got was Freeze and Only, and they're really not that fresh. I want to see an actual fresh flanker in that line. The whole line's been great. I love that line. It's one of my favorite fragrance lines. Top 5, actually. But they haven't given me a fresh release. I need a fresh release. Excellent choice. Well, I don't see it going away. It's his baby, and it's what he spends money on. Rest in peace, Earl Simmons. Indeed, that anniversary just passed, too. Briona Eclat, 120 in the chat, only 90 likes. Hit that like button. It's actually a bigger crowd than I thought we would get because it was short notice, and it's just rainy day live chat. No hook them in, pull them in, reel them in kind of topic. We actually having 120 people is more people than I thought it would be. So I appreciate y'all being here, seriously. For sure. Yes, we got some tornado warnings, that's for sure. Signature Royale X is a great choice, though. Absolutely great choice. I'm right around 30A as well. YADP was my first. Why? And I love it. Perfect amount of fruit or apple. I don't know. It's apple. Which way do I go on flankers next? If you like the EDP, I mean, it's hard to not say you should try to get your hands on Y Live. It's kind of like Y meets Invictus. It's really good. It's really good. The EDP Intense is different enough. It's smoother. It's more woody aromatic. It's not as fruity. It's better all-around fragrance, but it's hard to not say Y Live. If you want to check out more in the line. I haven't tried the Elixir yet. They had it on Fragrance Buy, and I was like, I'm going to just buy the Issey Miyake. I'm still holding off. It's like I've been buying so much other stuff. It was like I still don't want to, because you can get it for 122, 126 or something like that. And it was like, that's the sweet spot. That's where I'd be comfortable paying it. And maybe I will at some point, maybe this week. I don't know, but I kind of held off. I could have grabbed it last night. I held off. People my age talk like idiots. I agree. For real, on God, no cap. Bet. Go off, King. That shit's mid. My God. That shit slaps. Exactly. What does dog water mean? Do you really want to know? Bro, on God, this video slaps. So now I know where I'm at in the conversation. Just ordered bloom today. I like the florals. It's good. It's a challenge for guys that don't like florals. That's going to be the thing. So I might have to skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so strong. Woods and spices from Huntsall. That is so strong. I answered that a moment ago. I need to skip ahead a little bit. I'm just messing with you, man. And that's what I'm saying. Anytime anybody that takes me way too serious in my live chats just doesn't belong in my live chats and doesn't get me at all. I'm just having fun and picking and playing and stuff. It's like, I'm gonna use you for an example here. All right. So the more you come around, because this is the first time I recall seeing your name, but the more you come around, you say that's just how I am. I just like playing around with people. That's why I have so much fun in these live streams. Thin skin don't do well here. Straight cap. There we go. You caught up. Same here in Panama City. Another super chat. I appreciate that. Ooh, a challenging one. I got to go French Riviera, though. It's my favorite fresh fragrance from them for the feeling I get when I wear it, how it makes me feel to wear it, the wearing experience itself. Wave Musk is fantastic. There was a time when I called it my favorite Fresh Mancera, but that time has passed. It's still a top 5 Fresh Mancera for me, but French Riviera is too good for me in my daily life. When I'm in the mood to wear it, it's special. I got to go with that, but thank you for the super chat. Excellent choice, Boz. Excellent choice. Oh, it was just a sample. Okay. I would recommend that one first, but honestly, the original is better. I would recommend that first. Well, I would recommend trying the original first no matter what. I always recommend the original when there's flankers involved. Check out the original to see what they wanted to do with the flankers, not just for red tobacco, but in general. When it comes to fragrances that have other versions of a certain DNA, always try the original first, because it'll paint the picture better for you to understand the intense, the extreme, the blue, the noir, whatever flanker it is. That way you can understand it a bit better. Ooh, light blue Italian Love. It's going. I like it more than Forever. Italian Love's actually my favorite flanker. I probably reach for the O Intense a little more. But as far as the scent, the original light blue is the best. I'll stand by that forever. The original light blue is special to me. None of them smell better than the original to me. But I would say the one I like to sniff on behind the original light blue would be Italian Love, then O Intense. Yes, sir. You can't forget them because they ain't nothing to fuck with. You know? For Tupac, Snoop, and Death Row in 2016. Engineered Machiavelli. Well, that's impressive. Speaking of Death Row. Well, you came to the right stream, because I am certainly a fan of all parties involved that you mentioned. Excellent choice. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, guys. My apologies. Okay, let me catch Jonathan and tell me about his workout. It was good, man. Did some pause bench and accessories. Went back to maintenance calories, so my energy is increasing. Aiming to compete in powerlifting in November, because I noticed you do a lot of powerlifting. I was curious if that's what you were focused on, because I always see you posting deadlifting stuff most of the time. I mean, I see you post bench pressing stuff, but I see a lot of squat content and or pictures, and a lot of deadlifting content, videos and or pictures on your Instagram. So I had a feeling you were more into the powerlifting based on what you put out there. Good for you, man. Seriously. Good. You get the first soft live stream clap of the day. Good for you, man. Seriously. It wasn't much of a thing where I'm from. The 5-inch inseam shorts weren't much of a thing during my era either, but in the 70s it was. So some things just come around full circle. So apparently that was an 80s thing, and it's just coming around full circle, I guess. Just like the mustache. Nothing like seeing a 17-year-old with this little, Super Troopers mustache going on. That doesn't look weird at all with your broccoli haircut and your 5-inch shorts and your Nike Blazers with your crew high socks. I see that everywhere. Teenagers are going to hate me. They see some of this stuff. They're going to hate me. Lavender heavy. Twist on Sedley. Very easy everyday wear. That is for sure. Smoky citrus. Let's see. Eccentric molecule 02. Had to go to the doctor for a physical, but still wanted to wear something. I get it. You still want to wear something. We'll hang out for another 15 minutes. We'll get to the hour and a half mark. I got a lot of content to do. I need to eat my boring ass turkey and spinach in a little bit. So we'll shut it down an hour and a half. We got about 14 more minutes. Smells like it does. Noted. I haven't smelled that one. I smelled a lot from the house. I haven't smelled that one, though. I don't recall smelling it. I've never tried it. I bet it is, though. I've looked at it before. It seems like it would be. Good, fresh, cheapy. I doubt it would be a waste of money. If it interests you and you can get it for a really cheap price, what the hell? I'm not going to say I'm encouraging it, but I'm also not discouraging it. All right. I'm assuming Jean-Paul Gaultier. And are you asking about Le Beau Le Parfum or Le Male Le Parfum? Because different fragrance lines, different fragrance profiles. Which one? Both are worth it, actually. No matter which one you're talking about, they're both worth it to me. Spicy, powdery, ambery. An aromatic for the Le Male Le Parfum, and then very tropical, fruity, sweet and powdery for Le Beau Le Parfum. All right, so I'm skipping ahead. Yeah, it's a good price. Pasta, I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, 120, I actually think it's a really solid scent. It's a concentrated version of wine that performs well. And it's got frankincense, which that always, kind of captivates me. I like frankincense in a fragrance. That's what I'm trying to do. I crack myself up. I'm entertaining me. I just hope it entertains some of you at the same time. I'm entertaining me. Nobody entertains me more than me. That's just what it is. But I'm glad you're finding some joy out of it too. Some people will get me and some people won't. It's all good. Linguistics problem here too. I suspect the youth of the day are unable to pronounce the big words. Well, they don't write in cursive anymore, so that doesn't help. Just ordered Wild Fresh North Stag Quattro and Italian Love. Damn, that's a great haul right there. Yeah, good job. You get the second soft live stream clap of the day. Good job. No, the black bottle, the most wanted, is the best of the three, but the new most wanted EDT Intense is really good. Gotta like powdery, though. Gotta like powdery. I got called a shill for that today. I woke up to a comment about how much of a shill I am because I like the fragrance and I'm over the top and I'm the only person that likes it. So I told him to go fuck a fence post before I blocked him. Remember how I talked about, I wanted to say that to a guy yesterday. I was like, you know what? I'm going to say it to this guy. GFY a fence post with a cat emoji. Let me call him a pussy. Go fuck a fence post, pussy. That's not how I want to start my day. Like, I'm just took my CPAP mask off from checking my messages while I'm kind of half-ass waking up in bed. And I see somebody hatefully calling me a shill and saying all this stuff. You can go fuck yourself, bitch. That's how that turned. That's how I started my day today. So that was fun. I'm holding back less and less. I'm irritable and hungry these days. Quit fucking with me. Because the fucking the filter's coming off more and more. Stop fucking with me, people. You're gonna make me say too much bad shit to you. And I don't need to be that way. God forgive me. God forgive me. For they know not what they do, Lord. God forgive me. I just don't have time for that shit. Stop coming at me over pointless stuff. Just say you don't like the fragrance or you don't agree with me. Move the fuck on. God, you don't have to call people names and shit. I'm gonna just call you names back. Aquamarine versus Profondo. Ooh, Battle of the Aquatics. That's tough. They're both really good. I kind of lean to aquamarine because it's fresher. It's not as salty, not as synthetic smelling. Profondo's stronger. I think I gotta lean to aquamarine just by a little bit, though. That's tough. Y'all hit me with these tough versus questions. That's a tough one. That's kind of where I'm at, though. Any Rush fans in here? Don't even know what that is. One moment, please. Get shareable link. So, sir, if you would kindly look at the chat, there is a link to today's video review this morning on Signature Bloom. If you would like to check out today's review video, that is literally this morning's video, and you can hear my full thoughts. It's roughly an 11-minute video, and I give you a complete breakdown from start to finish, covering performance, nuance, development, my thoughts overall. That's why I was like, I started laughing. I was like, you're funny, because that video came out today. I had somebody, big homie Tony, shout out if you see this. He hit me on Instagram. He sent me a picture of Invictus Parfum. He's like, so this just came out. I put you're funny, and I sent him a link to the Invictus Parfum video. He put LOL. My bad, I didn't see it. It cracked me up. I appreciate people wanting to ask me and show me, hey, look, man, this just came out. You're going to love it. You're right. I do love it. Check out the video. So it was cracking me up. I like to have fun and pick with people. Don't take me too serious, guys. Don't take me too serious. Great choice. I don't care what anybody says. That smells good. Sauvage smells good. Silky Woods versus Altair. I've never smelled Goldfield and Banks Silky Woods, so I really don't know. I can't weigh in. My apologies. I have the original. Yeah, it smells kind of like a slightly spiced bar of soap is the way I've always related that one. It's good. Ooh, Vetiver Sensuel. Now we're talking. We're talking about Joel Matrix's favorite Mancera fragrance. Excuse me. Citrus, fruity, slightly smoky, but very fresh, woody vetiver overall. Super versatile. Really good performer, not quite a beast. Everyday wear kind of stuff. Best part about getting older is laughing at the young ones and all the dumb shit they do that we did too. Good point. As soon as somebody says Vetiver Sensual, Joel always chimes in if he's here, because that's his favorite. Saturday is my next high carb day. And that will be 15 days from the last one. It's we're getting to a more crucial point. I'm less than 8 weeks out. So the diet has gotten more aggressive, as we were talking about yesterday. You know that. I can't just throw random cheats in. Like Lacey said, you don't want to walk off that stage and said I could have did more. She's right. She's totally right. I want to go into that thinking there's literally nothing more I could have did. This is it. This is the best package I could bring to the stage. If I can't feel that way, that means I fucked up somewhere, and I don't want to feel that way. So I want to go into it with this is it. What it's going to be is what it's going to be with the judges, you know? So hey man, if there's ever anything I needed to take more seriously, it's this. So I can't. But yeah, Saturday is my next high carb day. It's not even really a cheat day. I'm not supposed to like overdo the sugary shit. I get more carbs though, more rice and stuff like that. Like a cheat for me is my Kodiak Power Flapjack. It's full of whey protein and it's good carbs, a lot of fiber and stuff like that. That's like a treat to me. And I eat the fake syrup with it. Sugar-free syrup's not real syrup. It's garbage, but it's sugar-free. So it's only 15 calories for 2 tablespoons. And I do like 4 tablespoons over the big pancake. I'll have that with the whole egg and some egg whites. That's going to be a cheat meal for me. Got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do. There's somebody talking about the Jill Saunders fragrance. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Makes me feel good. Never gotten a soft live stream clap before. Here's another one for you. Hell yeah. I've always wanted to do one, and he's competing next weekend. And now I'm curious to see how I'm going to do. I'm going to do the 165 weight class. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What are you weighing right now? Because I know you've lost a lot. But considering you're going back to maintenance, like, especially if you're going to power lift, I'm kind of surprised you were in a deficit. Because you're going to want to be as strong as possible and have your joints as healthy as you can have them. I would think you would be in a surplus. Not necessarily a heavy surplus, but a surplus nonetheless. Get all the strength out of it that you can. Have your muscle bellies full of glycogen. Power through that shit. Are you going to be jumping back up in a surplus soon? You have my curiosity, my man. I don't really mess with the body sprays. They don't last. They're typically the aerosol cans. They're low, super low concentration, like super low. We're talking lower than eau fraiche concentration. Enjoyed the vlog earlier. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I tried to keep it kind of short. I didn't want to show a bunch of sets. It's like, here's what I'm doing. Here's the breakdown for it, feeder sets, working sets, and just kind of going through it. 2 little spots where I stop and work on posing a little bit and just kind of talk on an update at the end. I don't want to drag it out too much. I'm going to do it again when I'm 4 weeks out. I'll be much leaner then too. Because if you look at the last one to the one I put out today, you can see the difference in how much leaner I'm getting. And it's a continuous drop. It's every day. It's an everyday adventure, you know. I've tried it before. I just haven't gotten the bottle. I used to sniff it all the time when I worked at Mercedes. We had it over there. We had a tester. I used to smell it all the time. He was here the other day. When I had George on last week, he was here. Ooh, so nice earthy iris. Smells like a quality iris. It's not like super makeup bag, powdery, waxy stuff like a lot of the designer fragrances are. You can tell they used a quality iris oil. And it's nice and woodsy and smoky. That's actually quite the dressy occasion fragrance compared to the other 2 in the line. It's the one that I would go to dinner with. I would go to an event with if you like that DNA. It's good stuff. Come on now. Yeah, that's a good one. Burberry Touch. I mentioned that one earlier. Surprised how good it is when I do wear it. I mean, it's timeless, Darren. It never gets old. I haven't worn it in a long time, but I mean, I can say that for so many fragrances is unbelievable. Sniffington is for Justin. Complicated questions. That's actually spot on. That's Sir Sniffington. Sir Siage Sniffington. Yeah. Indeed. Oh, wow. I'm still that far behind. That's where I dropped the link for Bloom. I knew the link was coming. Yeah, for sure. For $10 and a free bottle, I'll show for any fragrance. Any companies reading this, contact me ASAP. Well, I think you'd have to finally show your face, Kyler. I think that would have to happen. Just printing. So every year my mom got us those summer school books. Make sure we probably read and write in cursive. 20 years since they've taught it to kids. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's great. It is good. It is good. I pull the cap and sniff my bottle from time to time. I don't wear it all that much. There's somebody that weighed in on it. I haven't smelled Silky Woods. Like The Rock, the Final Boss. His music's badass. It's on my workout playlist now because it's out now on Spotify and it's on Instagram. The Final Boss theme music. Hell yeah. And it starts, if you smell what the final boss is cooking. And then it goes into it and then it shifts to the new version of the song. I love it. That's some badass theme music. The Final Boss theme music, I think, is the best theme music in wrestling right now. Jason, good to see you, my man. You're literally about to shut it down. Just hitting the hour and a half mark. Montebaco Intensivo, another one wearing it today. Oh, I have no idea. We'll see when the time comes. Whatever I end up bringing with me. That's the last thing I'm thinking about right now because it's going to be irrelevant. It's not really going to matter. I mean, backstage, there's potential for, hey, man, you smell good. What are you wearing? You know, on stage, it could be a distraction for side by side. Fuck somebody up, right? If they put me next to somebody to compare us for placing, you know, spray a beast. That's the one time you'll see me spray a beast 20 sprays, huh? Try to fuck somebody up on stage. I don't know. When the time comes, I'll let you guys know when we get closer. It's not anything specifically wrapped in my head, but whatever I do pick, it'll always be tied to that moment in time for me. So I'm going to pick something particular. I'll give it thought as I get closer. Because that thought process will totally change. Because I mean, we're 7.5. I'm 51 days away from that. So a lot could change. All right, so skipping ahead a little bit. Just let us know when you have it so we can all order the same and join you. I appreciate that, Dan. That's an interesting thought for sure. I'm weighing right around 165, and we did pretty heavy bulk over the winter, and I gained more fat than we anticipated. Totally my fault. I love pizza. That is totally your fault. I did see you posting a lot of pizza, actually. That makes sense. We're slowly increasing calories, weekly increase. It's funny that you say that. I noticed that you were posting a lot of fucking pizzas and restaurants and shit. That makes sense. Hollywood, Florida. Lodisi. Daughter's graduation, late May. What's a good evening spring fragrance for that occasion? Ooh, I can't help but like immediately what popped in my head is Royale Signature Royale X from Zaharoff pops in my head immediately. Or something like, because I think green. I'm thinking constantly greens. Veery from Mind Games would be good here. A little earthy green, vetiver heavy, but pink pepper and bright citron. If you want something memorable that's on the pricey side, but good stuff, quality, unique for what it is. Veery, Vieri from Mind Games. Chef's kiss. Magnificent. You go ahead with your bad self, Boz. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you for sticking to it. Love tuning into these. Feels more like a video call with one of my buddies other than watching my favorite reviewer. Thank you, David. Thank you. I mean, I cut up. I have fun. I entertain myself. I crack some jokes. I pick with people. I talk a little shit. I'm just having fun, you know. I appreciate that. 17 to 18. Kudos, boss. Hell yeah. Maybe one day. I don't have anything currently planned. There you go. And counting. Right, Kyler? And counting. So let me try to get to the bottom, and we're going to be shutting this down here in just a second. John, I appreciate you gifting a membership to somebody. Let's see who ended up with it. We can have a What's Ross Eating segment. Yeah, sure. For sure. Sniff and eat edition. Sauvage makes me nauseous, and Elixir is just too strong for my taste. That's fair. That's totally fair. Puffy Pig's in the house. Been a little while. Made it to the live. Sliding in the home plate. Sin of the day, Aquawood. Great choice from men, Sarah. Yeah, I actually made it to the bottom, so we're about to shut it down here in just a second. Never tried that one, but the shit talk is what gives you your charm. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It's also what makes some people not be able to stand me. But hey, like I said, the thin skin don't do well over here. But I sure appreciate the compliment. If you ever do try eau de gingembre, well, I mean, if it's ginger fragrance, you immediately strike my curiosity. I appreciate you, man. Thank you all for coming hang with me. I appreciate the super chats, the membership renewals, John just gifting a membership to somebody. I sure do appreciate that, guys. Seriously. Thank you for coming hang out with me on this gloomy, rainy day. I got some more content to do. Got a collaboration video with Fragrance Buy for tomorrow. Got to film that long, ranking all 40 of my Mancera bottles for Friday. And then we will be back with a live stream tomorrow. Not sure what the topic's going to be just yet. But we'll see. We'll be back unless something changes. There's a possibility that we don't stream tomorrow because we streamed today, but we'll see. We'll see. More than likely we are. I would say we're like 90% still streaming tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Keep smelling good. Thank you for being here. I genuinely appreciate all of you. This is my favorite thing to do, is do these live chats with you guys. I have a blast. I hope you have at least half as much fun doing this as I do. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Oh, check out today's videos. Invictus Parfum and Signature Bloom. Check them out. Y'all have a good one.